Hello and welcome back to Monday Madness.
Hello,
Oh, the
boys.
cough. Holy crap.
Madness.
Your premier choice for movie talk, pop culture, rumors, news, anything else that crosses our mind. And of course, we always go back to Star Wars at some point. So there's that. Tonight, I'm joined by Brian Massa of None.
Oh.
And ever lovely Mama Bear, Queen of the Kingdom.
Hello there.
What's going on, everyone? How was your weekend?
That's a loaded question. I will fill you in later.
Let's see who we got in the chat. We got Dan's Comment Corner. Hello, all. Locke, Win, what's going on, buddy? My new Canadian buddy. Dan, also a Canadian buddy. Jalen Harris, YOLO. Nerdy Geek, what's up, Lucifer? Everybody saying hi. Dan, Ed, not staying long, just stopping to say hey, nerds. Thank you, buddy, for stopping by. Hi, everybody saying hi. Blue Jay, what's up, bitches? How are you, Blue Jay? Long time no see. We got a good show for you tonight. We're going to talk about some rumors. We're going to talk about some box office, records being broke, some really spicy Warner Brothers happenings this past weekend.
Right?
Ooh. It seems like did the Warner Brothers Discovery merger fail? That's a question for everyone. How long before they sell off the other company? Just saying, we'll talk about that later in the show. So, first up, let's talk about the box office. There was some. Oh, here we go. Oh, and we have special guest, first time on camera.
Oh wow!
Without the Raptor, we have Little Movie Perp. What's going on?
Sup? How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Doing all right, man. Doing all right.
Awesome.
If you guys haven't subscribed to Little Movie Perp, please do. They talk about the best in horror cinema, Asian cinema, and anything that your mother would not want you to watch.
Lack of cinema.
Yes. Hashtag restore Batgirl.
Hey, Bruce Lee.
Yes.
There's a cute little bird that wants a link.
Oh, Sugar wants a link.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you a link, Sugar. People don't know why he's called Sugar. DL's fiance calls him Sugar because he sugarcoats everything. He doesn't bash anything.
I thought it was because
he's too sweet.
Yeah, that's another way of saying he's too sweet.
Yes.
But I think I'm one of the only people he'll actually let call him Sugar.
All right, here we go. Who else? That's it? All right. You got the link, buddy. Got the link. Hey, Jim Collects. What's up, buddy? Bill is here. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And I know I have intros. I just forgot what they are. What stuff?
This is what happens. This is what happens when you take a break for a while.
I know it's been like 3 weeks since I've done a Monday show.
Oh my god!
All right,
Blue Jay, welcome, buddy.
I just dealt with this guy.
I
I don't know how you put up with these people all day, every day.
All right, first fucking off, I don't sugarcoat things because I'm not the most well-spoken person, mind you, because I don't really say the right things. And number two, I do bash things. I just don't pick them. I just don't pick the time to bash them. That's the difference. So this sugar coating thing needs to die.
I'm just gonna call you Sugar because you're sweet.
Bash this, I dare you.
Oh, well, that's true. Okay.
Say three things positive about Madam Web.
Web.
It ended. Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney.
The ending.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney. Well, Pepsi. Actually, there's a left that a Pepsi sign killed the villain. That's kind of
It's on Netflix. I haven't watched
Really?
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like quietly dropped on Netflix.
I'm still not watching it.
Yeah, I watched it.
I haven't watched Venom either. I'm like, I'm good.
I like the Venom. I like the Venom movies.
Third one was
just
the best
absolutely
one.
fun.
Oh, really?
Sorry.
I
like
feel
that
like the
I'm gonna get off the stream. I'm gonna watch the Venom. All right, take it easy, guys.
the third one wasn't bad. I actually like the third one better than the other two.
Third one was fun. It was fun.
Yeah,
I just
had
like the
most
dumb shit
action.
that's happening. I just like Venom Horse and all the
Venom
other
Horse is very
symbiotes come together to just tear shit up.
Like a Megazord. Hell yeah.
Megazord.
Venom Sword.
Sorry,
Venom
I've been
Sword.
watching Power Rangers. So on like Netflix, they got the Power Rangers. It's called Always and Forever or some shit like that.
Mhm.
And amazing, dude. It was cheesy as hell. And they brought back like the original cast. Like
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it
we
was-
watched that on Cartoons and Serial one.
It was
one
like
time.
Zach and Billy. You know, I was stoked, bro. Stoked.
I will say this. I do want to watch the new Predator animated movie, Kill of Killers.
It kicks
Oh.
ass. Kicks ass.
Really?
It was excellent. I literally said no notes. Like it was so
You what? No notes? Really?
Yeah, no, I loved it. It was incredible. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, definitely one of the best of the year so far.
Wow. I actually watched I think Friday or Saturday I watched Talk to Me. Talk to Me?
Oh, really?
Such a great movie.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a fun ass
Oh.
movie.
You know, if you guys there's so much to deal with family and loss and grief and how people deal with it, and the possession thing is like I can't even think right now. It's like a metaphor for how somebody gets so depressed that they become violent or want to kill themselves. It's such a good movie. If you guys have not watched that movie, that's just my take. Maybe I'm wrong.
No,
Actually,
you're not wrong. It's a genius movie. It's actually really smart how they set it up. It almost feels like one of those TikTok viral things where these
Yes.
kids are possessing themselves as like just to like I don't know troll, I guess, or just having a good time like they're drinking. It's such a genius take for demon possession, and that I think that type of that's like my least favorite like horror trope nowadays is like the demon possession movies. They all feel like the same. They're all like a Russell Crowe Exorcist movie, and here comes Talk to Me to do actually something fresh and exciting with it. So yeah, that was definitely an awesome movie. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm just like if I was sitting in that room and here I am out with my phone and they're like possessed by demons. I'm like, how are they still sitting there? I would have been out the door. I would have been down the road finding a kangaroo to hop home on or something. It said in Australia, guys.
Get in the sack. Yeah, no, I would have stayed. That's the thing though. Like if people are passing around a demon possession like it's a joint, I'm gonna watch.
Like it's a joint.
I'm gonna take a hit off that, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was like. Like I'm gonna watch that. Like
I'm with Lucifer. I would be
Yeah.
I would be heading out the door. I
Hey, you want to hit? Hey,
that's
you
a
want to hit
sensible
this?
thing to do for sure. Yeah.
Hey, you want to hit up this demon joint? Fuck yeah, dude.
Right?
It was so funny. Some people were like, they got this euphoric high. This other kid got this. He was literally like having an orgasm while he was possessed.
Oh my god.
This is a great movie.
Yes.
I saw them. They just had a movie come out. The directors of that did Bring Her Back, which I just saw. It's in theaters right now. It was.
Oh
really
yeah, I
good.
saw that.
Yeah, solid. movie.
I
Solid follow up.
do want to watch that because if it's anything like Talk to Me, I definitely will. Well,
I've heard a lot of things about because I know those directors. They come from YouTube.
Correct.
They did this channel called Raka Raka. Funny ass videos, dude. They were funny as hell, and they come out with a horror movie, and it's like getting rave reviews, bro. And that was crazy. And they're about to
They
do,
came
like,
out with 2 horror movies with rave reviews now. Like because their second one's
know.
really good too. Yeah, they're.
I might have to
awesome.
watch them. Is Talk to Me streaming anywhere? Like, is it like something?
yeah,
free?
it's on
Maybe Max, right?
It's on Amazon, maybe on
Amazon.
I don't know,
Or
one of them.
Netflix. Maybe Netflix too.
Yeah, it's on one of the streaming because I watched it on streaming.
It's on Max, Netflix, or Amazon.
Okay, gotcha. I know A24 usually comes on Max or HBO
Yeah.
Max. Like
Yeah,
first.
it's that one then.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get into some topics, and then we'll get a full spoiler review of Ballerina at some point from Little Movie Perv. And
I'm sure Ballerina is going to be in the topic
I've
too,
seen
right?
it.
Is the box
I've
office?
seen it too. I've seen it too.
All right.
Good.
All right. First up, we got the box office. Lilo and Stitch holds on to number 1.
Hey.
Ballerina at number 2 with 24.5.
Wow.
Mission Impossible 14.8. Karate Kid Legends 8.5.
That's
Final
definitely a Netflix
Destination
movie.
killing it 6.4. The Phoenician Scheme 6.2.
Dude,
Bring Her Back 3.5. Dan the Don Evil Eye 3.1.
dude, Final
Sinners-
Destination. Okay, hold on. Final Destination is only 20 million behind Mission Impossible. That's pretty crazy.
I know
Overall.
that's insane.
Wow.
After the last stream we did together, where like Final Destination had come out, and you had that what is it, Buenos Aires, where the ceiling collapsed in the Final Destination. Killing it might not be the right choice of words.
Oh, oh, that's right. That's the roof
Oh
collapsed.
my god, that
They're
dude! When I
actually-
saw that,
These 4D experiences are getting out of hand.
that was when that news came out. I literally thought that, like, at least I think it was the 4th one when they're in the theater, and then the whole wall just was blown up. I was like, that movie was stupid. I love it.
I'm really surprised that Sinners is still in the top 10.
You know,
It's been on
I'm not.
digital for like what 3-4 days already.
I'm not. It was a really good movie.
Yeah,
It did
I
have some
really
heavy
enjoyed it.
topics, but you know what? Really great movie, and I will say this, even if it's slightly toxic of me, to Michael B. Jordan's. That's going to keep people coming back. That's going to keep a certain demographic coming back to the theater.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
He was great, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, Ballerina. I mean, at least okay. It's not a very big opening, but it is in line with like the first 2 John Wick films because they open pretty low.
Mhm.
Because even though they're like in their back in their infancy at the time.
So they kill
And
a
then this
cat
is it.
or dog. Like, how does she get involved in the life?
Oh, and this one, compared to John Wick, it's basically like, oh, it's in the trailers. They someone killed their father.
It's a revenge thing, yeah.
Mhm.
Not as ridiculous as a dog, but you don't really care about that.
That is ridiculous.
That was
Honestly,
that dog was cute.
I never called
I like
the
the
dog
dog.
thing ridiculous. I would be like, and I think the dog thing is 100% understandable. Mind you, I am a pet parent, so
Especially when it relates to the wife and how she
Oh,
was
yeah.
taken from him, and that was her last gift and stuff. So
Yeah, I know people that will kill for their goddamn pets.
yep.
Do not mess with their pets. They will kill you. They will prefer their pets over their own family sometimes.
I was gonna say they're children. To hell with them. No, the pets.
well, how do we feel about Mission Impossible? I don't know any of this stuff. How do we feel like that's doing? Is that good? 149? That feels low. Is that
if
all
you look
together like worldwide? I'm assuming
Hold on.
149 or
Let me see. Let me look it
No,
up.
that's
that's domestic. Okay, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mission Impossible is at $450 million.
Worldwide? Oh my god, yeah, no,
Yep.
it's fine. Never mind. I was
It's
freaking
doing
out.
fine. It's doing like almost triple the box office worldwide.
I thought 149 was international gross.
Oh, no.
There's no way, dude. Like that's a bomb, right? No one's talking about this. Holy shit. Okay.
No one's actually talking about Mission Impossible at all. It's
I mean,
weird.
They're talking about Tom Cruise. That counts.
Well, okay, mate. So in that weekend, I wanted to see Mission Impossible more than Lilo and Stitch. So I saw that first.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was way longer than it needed to be. It was like nearly 3 hours. First hour was kind of sluggish to get through, but I still like the characters enough that I wasn't really bored, as it doesn't make me fall asleep. But when you get that second half, oh yeah, it's back to Mission Impossible. When they're doing all the stunts, like you see all the marketing, the plane, them in the submarine, it was all like great stuff. It's just that first half was more like a Ethan Hunt's greatest hits movie, where it's just every scene, like every 20 minutes, they were reference something in the movie, and it cuts to a flashback of like parts of the movie. To a flashback of the movie, and it was funny is that they show clips of 2. I was like, oh yeah, two.
Don't you besmirch 2?
I don't like it.
Don't do it. We could mention its existence without crapping on it. Come on, John Woo.
What was wrong with it, Blue Jay?
Okay, go ahead, Blue Jay. Sorry.
What, 2 or the movie or the new one?
2.
Oh, it's a completely different film compared to the rest of the movie. Ethan Hunt's character is like this extreme, almost like Tony Hawk pro skater, awesome extreme dude who wears shades and is.
I like my Ethan Hunt that drinks Red Bull.
It's just.
So he's a Chad.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, will you compare like the other 7 films after this? It's like in a whole nother multiverse.
So so you're saying the character Ethan Hunt, in that movie, if he was in Star Wars, he would be Rey.
Who are you? I'm Rey. Rey who? Rey Skywalker.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh God! I come back for that.
Oh, yeah, you back for that.
It's like poetry.
It's quite all right.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Kurt, for letting me use that.
To quote Shakespeare, or rose by any other name, it's still a Palpatine.
But yeah.
Hi, Chris.
Also, it kind of takes itself a little. It takes itself too seriously, where it's just ridiculous. But it just, I don't know. It didn't vibe with me. It's whatever. I'm glad Perp. It is Perp's movie, so I'm not gonna besmirch it anymore. Okay.
Okay, sugar.
Thank you.
And not sugar. What are you talking about?
Like I said, I think I'm the only one that can get away with that at this point.
Dude, you got to make it work for you, dude. You got to be like, you have to do the NWO too sweet thing. You know what I'm saying? You know? All right.
We know it bothers you, so we're going to keep doing it. So that's how it works here.
I think once you get a nickname on YouTube, it sticks, right?
It does stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, you're the man of the hour. The man of the power. Too sweet to be sour. Come on now, dude.
Too sweet to be sour.
Let's go. That's
Go
my
ahead,
Captain Lou Albano.
What are you saying, Perp?
I was gonna say I wish Karate Kid was doing better, but like, how much did that movie cost? It doesn't seem like it's that expensive.
I think it was like 47, maybe 48 million.
Yeah, it made 35. It has 35 so far. It's fine.
Yeah, it should be.
And that's just domestic, apparently.
Let me see.
Underestimating the
Karate Kid could have done better if they had actually, taken the opportunity to tie it into Cobra Kai.
73 million.
Didn't.
They need to open up the verse and have Kung Fu Kid, so it could be Karate Kid versus Kung Fu Kid versus Taekwondo Boy.
I literally
different disciplines.
Kung Fu is so much better than karate. It's so much better than karate.
Kung Fu Kid versus Jiu-Jitsu Girl. Like, it'll be awesome.
I thought the movie was okay.
Can we just have a moment of appreciation for the fact that they didn't bring Jaden Smith back?
So far.
Bite your tongue.
You know what's funny? My cousin loves the he loves Karate Kid, but he likes the 2010 movie a lot. Like he was pissed off that Jaden Smith's not in it. It's like, why is he not in the movie? They didn't even.
Who's this
Hey,
Ralph
hey,
Macchio guy?
I was mad. I was mad for a while that Lil Bow Wow was in Fast and Furious until 9. They didn't bring him back till 9. Right? So we all have our,
Little Bow Wow. I forgot he was in those movies.
Yeah, he was in Tokyo Drift, and then they didn't bring that motherfucker back till 9. It's like
Tokyo Drift was my favorite Fast movie.
Now there's a huge campaign to get Ja Rule to come back. He's the only one missing from the original.
New York.
Monica. Menage.
Murder.
I actually met him. He was in my courtroom during his trial.
Cool.
He is such
Was the crime murder?
It might have been.
No, Monica.
Where was it primarily filmed? Anyone know where Karate Kid was filmed?
That's the most Vancouver-looking movie I've ever seen in my life.
Isn't it New York?
There have been dozens of shitty movies called Kung Fu Kid.
It was a Sega Master System game.
There's tons of movies called Ballerina. They still released one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was from the world of John Wick Ballerina.
True.
I think that title.
They're gonna get rid of. They gotta get rid of
Hurt
that.
the movie. Do you think the title hurt the movie? It was too long.
I don't think the movie. I don't think the movie hurt. I think it's it's like John Wick rose to that status that it is then, and it's like this is a new character, and I don't think like the world is.
I mean, I don't
really what people were interested in. It was like Keanu Reeves. Like
it's like they gave her the Harley Quinn treatment.
In the fatality.
I think it's doing fine for what it is. Definitely, I don't even think it underperformed in terms of expectations, not in terms of budget. Like,
what was the title for Birds of Prey? It was like the fantabulous.
The Emancipation.
The Emancipation. Yeah.
I was like, who's gonna call it the whole? I was like, imagine going to the movie theater at the time and it'd be like, yeah, one for Birds of Prey and a Fantabulous Emancipation, the one Harley Quinn, and like, huh?
People just say Harley Quinn.
Prey, come on, they should have called it the Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
it's not even.
I would. That would have been good.
But let's face it, if they had just called it Ballerina without, having in the title that it was connected with John Wick, nobody'd go see it. Because it has the whole theme.
I think John Wick.
Whatever people think hurt the movie, I think it was that first trailer. It was atrocious with the holding, like that Elton John song was such a turn for me.
I didn't think that trailer was that bad. I
thought it was awful. I thought it was an awful trailer.
I think the action was kind of. I think I was sold on the action alone.
Yeah, maybe it's just
I think probably just. I think it's just the title. It's like it's such a mouthful. Like I want one from the world of John Wick, Ballerina.
I don't think people said that. I think people just went to the box office and said Ballerina.
I'm just being funny. I'm just being funny. It's just like I think when you show John Wick and you show the word Ballerina, I think people would get it. If it's like either or,
Yeah.
It's a great movie, so maybe word of mouth helps it out. We'll get to that.
Yeah, I hope so, because June is gonna be packed as well.
My theater was packed and I was early. Was your theater packed? Was your theater packed, Blue Jay?
I saw it on a Sunday. It was like I think like 5 more people in there. It was like it was on a Sunday. I think it was just that weird day. But they were responding to the movie pretty well, so maybe.
Yeah, all it takes is word of mouth.
Yeah,
especially for a new character and a start of a new franchise. Well, not a new franchise, but new character and a franchise. So,
yeah, the Spoiler Kings covered it on Saturday, and it was 2 out of 3 watch it now. They really enjoyed it. Though I do think a topic for another day or at some point definitely would be what Pert mentioned. There does seem to be an ongoing problem with Hollywood and matching music to trailers. I mean, hello, Gladiator 2.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
That trailer is crazy because at the time I wanted the next trailer for some reason. I wanted to play Not Like Us from Kendrick Lamar.
There was a time where it was really affecting horror movie trailers at some point, and I was like hating my life. But then Longlegs showed people the way of how to do
I
marketing.
just
for
want
horror movies. Like,
I
thank
want
God.
trailer. It's like, it's been a wasteland out there for movie trailers, and I kind of like I like movie trailers when they play like an epic version of like classic theme songs, like the Superman one, the Fantastic Four, whatever that theme is.
If the movie also has its tongue in its cheek and it knows it's kind of stupid, I'm totally cool with Megan doing Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again.
I
Like, it's supposed
like
to,
that.
it's
I like
supposed to
that
be
too.
dumb. I'll let it pass. Like that's fine. Like,
But
So
that
would you-
juxtaposition,
would-
I was really into the beginning of the Gladiator 2 trailer until I heard Jay-Z, and that took me. I don't even know what happened in the rest of the
Hey,
trailer.
yeah.
I
we
was
got
like,
Denzel.
what?
We got Denzel watching.
yeah, it was a terrible trailer too.
We got Denzel. Bring in Jay-Z so we get all the black people in the theater now. Oh my God.
I'm dead.
Oh no.
I'm dead.
That you know where they did that too was in I don't know what the trailer was for the first Pacific Rim, but for the second one they had a Tupac song for some reason. It was like, in the trailer. I was like, and it was like the most obnoxious song. Is like to a wall till I die. It might not have been Tupac. It sounded like Tupac, but it was terrible.
I think it
like
was
the worst.
Tupac.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
so bad.
Put Tupac in there so it could show that people of color can drive next to.
In a Pacific Rim 2 trailer.
What is going on? Can
I
we get
want-
a trailer with Black Phone 2 with Not Like Us?
I think we're.
I think
I-
the biggest tragedy
please.
or travesty of all time is Starship Troopers and that
Oh yeah, I know
Blur
you're
song
talking
number 2. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
watching that. I'm like watching that. I'm like, dude, where's the woo?
Where's the Blur song in Starship Troopers?
Nowhere. Nowhere to be found.
That's a huge one for a lot of people that I think like movies stop doing that. Like it's like
Yeah.
if you're gonna put the song to that degree where it's in like in every TV spot too. Like
Every spot.
like
man.
I want
top of
this,
the trailer.
I want the Harry Potter HBO trailer.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to play.
Uh-oh. Stop. Don't do it.
Shit. I wanted to play a Drake song.
no,
Oh,
no.
It's when he gets his robes on and you just start hearing the and you're like, oh shit, they're gonna
Hotline
do
Bling.
it. They're gonna-
No.
He's putting his robe on in slow motion. You don't want none of this. It's gonna be like, oh my god, they're gonna do
No,
it. They're gonna
we
drop
are
a beat any
keeping,
minute now.
Drake away from Harry Potter. The man is cursed enough.
Get Drake away from Harry Potter.
We do not need the Drake curse going anywhere near him, near Harry Potter.
should-
Thank you.
We
Probably
should
gonna get
do.
casted.
Oh, here's an idea, Bruce. We should do like a little game. We should come up worst trailer pitches. We come up with a movie and then just think of a song or think of a what's like the worst song placement for a trailer that doesn't fit with the movie.
Doesn't fit with the movie.
I understand the precedent of where the rap song thing came because I remember it was 2012. Django Unchained came out, and there was like rap songs being played, and people kept asking Tarantino, well, "Why are you playing a rap song in a western?" It's like, why not? You know, why not? It goes with it. It's the mood of the character that I want to portray. Blah 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 blah. And it just became like a thing. And it was like, yeah, why do like people started playing with genre of music? It's like why is a certain
Well, have you
music
seen the Elvis
expected
movie?
for a western? You know.
Have you guys seen
That,
the Elvis
maybe that's what helped the western died. It's like everyone's doing the same shit, or like Sergio Leone shit. Like you know, it's like change it up.
Oh, have you guys seen the Elvis movie from Baz Luhrmann?
Yes.
No,
Dude, okay, so the soundtrack was weird. I thought the movie was good, but the soundtrack was strange. So they play Elvis songs here and there, but for some reason, you get Eminem, you get Doja Cat, you get CeeLo Green in there, and they do these remixes, like interpolations of
that's
some
Baz
songs.
Luhrmann.
I was like, okay.
Did you
what
see
are y'all
Moulin
doing
Rouge? They did
Ah,
Nirvana.
Moulin Rouge made it work.
Yeah, they did Nirvana. Well, I haven't seen the one he mentioned, Elvis, but I like Moulin Rouge a lot. It did Nirvana. They did all this shit in 1920s France or something. It's fun.
The medleys in that stupid movie, though. The medleys.
Oh, they did the Beatles too. I remember.
Mhm.
Well, they had
Young
Paul
Guns had
McCartney.
Bon Jovi. That's right.
Yes, they did. Young Guns too, especially.
Yeah, it was another disappointment. Nowhere in that
I-
movie was that sweet ass song.
I had a 6-foot poster of the entire of all of the guys. Put it above my bed. It stayed there for 2 days because I kept waking up because they were all pointing gun. Like wake up, see all 6 of these guys pointing guns at you. I'm like,
That's awful.
Yeah, that would be
it came
really
down in
weird,
2
dude.
days.
Waking up to
That'd be
Lou
very
Diamond-
jarring.
Lou Diamond Phillips pointing a gun at you every morning.
all of them. I haven't
All
always
right,
made
moving
some-
on. What do we got next?
They should play Gangster's Paradise on Harry Potter soundtrack.
New reports may support the rumor that John Barenthal's Punisher will appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Does anyone care?
No.
He ain't killing anyone in that.
How far is
No,
this?
He's gonna be in a diner and like, hey, I know you. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you're
Cool.
that kid. I met over there, the bridge over there in Jersey.
Oh no!
I saw you one day swing
I'm a
by.
good lawyer.
Oh no! You see,
Right.
you know what's going to happen? They'll have Punisher shoot people, but they just take the blood out and just cut some things out. Make it PG-13.
Instead of blood, it'll be sweat. You get the sweat pouring out of people.
Rubber bullets.
Yeah, they'll give them Nerf guns. No, the thing I'm excited for Brand New Day is actually because I've heard that supposedly he's going to finally be in the symbiote suit.
Who?
Brand New
Peter?
Day.
Spidey.
Peter.
That's coming out after Secret War.
Yeah. Or might be. I don't know if it's. Did they
I
change
think
the
it's
release date for
before.
this?
Let me double check. Let's see.
Because I know when they moved Doomsday. I don't know if they moved Brand New Day.
I don't like the name of the movie. They got to change the name of the movie. It's
Okay,
doesn't work.
where is it at? Okay,
You just
Fantastic Four.
seduced one of
Oh,
the
shit.
viewers.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Chubby Teddy. Then hit the like.
okay. So brand new day is still on July 2026, and after that is Doomsday in December, and Secret Wars December 2027.
Degrassi is that
Degrassi?
a teaser?
Spider-Man Brand New Doomsday.
Hey, Crazy
So me
Joe.
and Degrassi have spoke about this. That it's pretty much if you were reading a comic book and it was series called Doomsday, Brand New Days is a tie-in story to Doomsday that doesn't directly. It's not directly to the main story, but it's what Peter's probably doing while Doomsday is going on.
I get it, but I'm associating this with a year a Sting album from the year 2000. Okay, that was also called Brand New Day.
Mm-hmm.
Had a song called Brand New Day.
Every day is a new day. Pod.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering if he's hinting that Doomsday might be in it.
Who,
Just
Degrassi?
Yes.
I think he is. Brand new Doomsday.
Oh yeah,
Or is he hinting that it's going to be a cast change?
It's
Ooh.
Tony
Brand
Stark.
new Doomsday.
Brand New Day sounds like a
It's not
musical.
RDJ the whole time.
Imagine
I hope not.
imagine the movie starts and Peter Parker wakes up in the morning like it's a brand new day, got a web sling.
Oh, God.
Come on.
You know, I will say this. I've always been vocal about the bringing back of RDJ and casting big stars for the MCU, and you know, skyrocketing these budgets for these films and putting these expectations on the fans and moviegoers and stuff. Why haven't they just gone to fresh new actors unknown to play these roles? I don't get the bringing back actors for nostalgia bait.
I think what Marvel might have failed to do is having a better baton pass
Mhm.
where outside of, I think maybe that's why Spider-Man is so successful. I think RDJ really did have Tony Stark's really did have a relationship with Spider-Man that they evolved throughout the series. Like there's been no I guess to Sam and Captain America, but like the new characters like Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, all the stuff that they did, I guess, on television didn't work out. You know, so Strike what I said about baton passing. They actually did what they could.
But I get what you're going at, because Spider-Man did have, in a sense, the baton passing from Tony Stark, which is why I'm curious if Doomsday is Degrassi is hinting at Doom being in there. My brain is all over the place. Because Peter seeing Doom unmasked would bring a whole another level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that element, but it's like who aren't the successful characters? It's like Miss Marvel, right? Would you say that? Or
well, you successful or unsuccessful?
I don't know. Like when they say that the new kid, they didn't do a good job with the characters.
Oh,
yeah, they didn't do a good job with Miss Marvel.
With Miss Marvel, right?
Moon Knight.
Yeah, the TV stuff, and they acknowledge that, which is good. They've said, oh, maybe we shouldn't start off introducing characters on TV. You know,
who will Pedro Pascal be in the DCU? Everybody.
Anyone he wants to be.
Yeah,
he is that good of an actor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we found our Batman.
Yes.
No, the Condiment King.
Barbara Gordon, played by Pedro Pascal.
That'd be awesome.
That would be amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, our new Batgirl, Pedro Pascal.
He'll be the entire cast of the Teen Titans. Pedro Pascal and Pedro Pascal.
Actually, I would love for him to play Alfred to a Batman, and like him being like the father figure to like Bruce and Dick and the Robins. I think that would be awesome.
Dick.
Yeah, but
have to say Dick.
I'm gonna say
it's a
if they
funny
cast him as Batman, he's got to remove the mustache.
He will not cut off his mustache for any role.
He did for
one.
Well,
then he can't be Batman. Then sorry.
No.
Try again.
Come on, we got Batman with
Batman
mustache.
doesn't have a mustache. No.
No, I won't even tolerate Batman 5 o'clock shadow. Okay.
No. I'm tolerating Senor Fantastico. But Batman with a mustache, no, thank you.
Come on, you want to have the cowl and you have this big mustache twisted out at the end.
Deal breaker.
Oh no.
You know, you have that hipster mustache that turns up.
And once again, no.
Come on.
I'm having an embargo against fan casting of Pedro Pascal for anything.
You know, and when he steps on his theme song entrance will be Mr. Brightside.
Okay, I never thought I would say this, but I agree with Crazy Joe.
You agree with Crazy Joe? Are you okay?
Hold on.
Cast him as Joker and put makeup over the mustache. There is President. Yes, there is. Cesar Romero.
I'm down.
President.
I can't.
I would cast Pedro Pascal as Lucifer for the Kingdom of Nerds.
This is not a hard spot to fill. Anyone can do this job. Anyone can turn a camera on and be me. But they can't be Hollywood Lucifer.
No, they can't.
No. What do we have next besides? We have another rumor? We have another rumor.
Oh, and hey, bro, goo.
Skip one. Wait, where did it go? I guess I didn't move it. Live action Hercules film is reportedly still in development at Disney. The Russo brothers want to retitle the film to Hades and focus on the villain's story.
Hades.
What'd you say? Like AIDS?
What do you want? I'm from
The Russo brother wanted to give the movie AIDS.
Know your Greek mythology, Bruce.
Come on. Well, Disney wants it to be a faithful remake. Do we need a faithful remake of these movies? Or do you want to hear the voice of the villain in the remake?
You know what?
I want them to skip this and go to Emperor's New Groove.
Actually, I'm kind of with the Russo brothers. And bring back James Wood for it. There's nobody else that can really do it. But yeah, make it Hades. Make it because they have a lot of success with their villain movies.
Yeah. Maleficent.
Yeah.
Well, what's the other one? What?
Cruella.
101.
Cruella. Yeah.
Cruella.
Yeah. I still want them to do an Ursula movie.
Hmm.
I want her backstory, dang it.
How about a live action Hades with Darth Vader crossover movie?
Yes.
How they get
I
in
know it's
space?
persona non grata.
Yes.
It's going to be hard to find somebody that can have that gravitas that James Woods did with Hades.
Where is Max?
No Pedro Pascal for Hades. He doesn't get to be
Who's
everybody.
Max?
Pedro Pascal.
Who's this person named Max?
Wasn't that a TV channel?
I think so. Now it's back to HBO Max. So,
Ah.
I have a. How about Bruce Campbell for Hades?
oh, that'd be amazing.
I'd be okay with that.
I'll be yeah. Directed by Sam Raimi. The Disney musical Hercules movie could be a prequel to Thor: Love and Thunder with Brett Goldstein.
We're pretending Thor: Love and Thunder didn't happen.
Oh,
going
I
into
like that one.
It's in that same category as The Last Airbender. It's a movie that didn't happen.
I'm with you, Crazy Joe. I like that one.
Mhm.
All right. Next up, Michael B. Jordan wants to make a live-action anime adaptation. What anime do you think he should make? I'm going with Sailor Moon.
That's
Sailor
very
Moon,
Michael B.
right?
Jordan.
Sailor Moon. So he could be Tuxedo Kamaskama. I mean, Tuxedo Mask.
Why not? I'd see that.
You know, it could be like a crossover of Sailor Moon and Bring It On or something like that. It's been brought, bitch.
Anime
Those-
for
right,
Michael B.
no.
Jordan. Well, I guess he directed Creed. I don't know. I don't know what else he could do.
He's
Because
so
Creed,
many-
One Punch Man. Yeah.
Yeah, Creed, One Punch Man. We don't need another attempt at Dragon Ball Z.
What's he like interested in?
He just said he wants to do a live action anime
Just
adaptation.
any anime?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Do Akira. Try it. Everyone else has tried.
Oh God, no! Everybody's trying to do Akira.
Yeah. Everyone's had their hand. He needs to realize how hard anime is.
Michael B. Jordan as Freezer.
Do an anime game. Do like the Danganronpa series or something weird.
Berserk.
That'd be nuts. Yeah, Berserk.
I would love to see Berserk. We could get a. I don't know if you guys ever seen Wicked City. Actual live action Wicked City.
Yeah, I've seen the live action one. I never saw the anime. We were looking over at it on my channel the other day.
Oh really? The anime is so good.
Think Droga. Ninja Scroll. Oh my
Ninja
god, yeah, that's a good
Scroll.
one.
That's not bad.
That's a good one.
I can see that. I can see that. Ninja Scroll does need a live action.
That shit would be like NC-17, wouldn't it?
It would be. After,
I mean,
There's
if anybody
a
could
lot
pull
of
it off,
SA
would
in
be,
it too.
If anyone could pull it off, it would be him. First of all, thank you, Chubby Teddy.
I'm not trying to be creepy like.
Yeah, not trying to be
Wi-Fi
creepy.
trouble.
Yeah, and Blue Jay's having Wi-Fi, so he will be back in when he can. We've all been
Oh,
there.
that's right. And Wamba, Demon City Shinjuku. That was such a good anime.
You know, he's got some great ideas tonight.
Vampire Hunter D.
There we go. I got him.
Uh-oh.
Has anybody watched I can't remember. It's the gambling anime where they go to school to gamble.
Yeah, on Netflix. My girlfriend's watching that.
Haikuju. I forgot the name. I can't even say it.
I don't know the name.
It is so insane.
Yeah, she likes it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Oh, what if Michael B. Jordan does Guyver?
We haven't had a
Guyver. Yeah, if he brings it
sci-fi
back.
Guyver movies.
Stars and directs in Guyver. That'd be awesome.
Bring back what's his name? Luke.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. But he'll probably do the obvious choice of Afro Samurai. All right.
And there was two Guyver movies, bro. Guyver 2 Dark Hero.
Yeah.
Without Mark Hamill. That one's actually better.
That was better than the first Guyver.
Yeah, the martial arts was way better.
You say Golden Boy, really? Get out of here. Live action.
I'm just saying, live action Guyver would be awesome because there's already precedent. They had one before, so it's not going to be like kind of a safer bet than just like bringing any anime else, you know.
And you wouldn't need a big budget because they pulled off Dark Hero with what, probably like $10 million budget.
It was probably less than that. No, no, this guy could get 80 for that, and it's going to look golden. If you could get an $80 million Guyver movie, it's like, I'd be so jealous.
Live action Appleseed.
Appleseed, yeah.
Robotech.
Mm-hmm.
He'd probably try to do a movie. What if he tries to do like a Studio Ghibli movie? That'd be nuts.
That'd be insane.
He tries to
Which one though?
Princess Mononoke. That'd be nuts.
Is that the one with the dragon?
That's the one where this like warrior meets up with this wolf princess. These people, nature versus people kind of warfare thing. It's pretty epic too. So it has like a Hollywood feel to it because there's violence in it too. So action. So I figure that's, if there's any he'd go for from that company, it's that one.
The kid and I are working our way through the Studio Ghibli movies, so we haven't gotten to that one yet.
Yeah, that's 97. Yeah, that's a great one. It's my favorite one.
We can go with the most popular anime right now, a live action Solo Leveling.
I don't know if he should do like what's hot right now because it's like every year there's like a new hot one. It should be like a really good standard, like people really like it. I don't know what it could be though, or like a classic.
Fist of the North Star.
It's whatever he likes. He might like a weirdo freaking life sim, slice of life. I mean, like
slice of life
show. Like he might like one of those. It's just like, oh, cousin comes home.
You know,
and they hang out. It's like okay.
Okay, reincarnated slime.
Yeah.
Is he trying to? Is he trying to direct another movie or like a producer or whatever, or either or?
I think either or. And I'm trying to cast him too. I'm trying to put him as the star in something.
Definitely cast him.
Because I know, like, if he's gonna, because I know he did. I mean, he did a good job with Creed 3. What I want him to do is I want him to build out his portfolio to kind of slowly go into big budget movies. I want him to do like another mid-budget film or like a smaller film here and there before he can make like a $300 million or whatever big budget film they want him to do. So to give him that more of an experience.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Is Degrassi listing off actual anime names, or is he just putting together words for the... Because I don't know if that's an anime or newspaper man.
It's Japan, so anything could be an anime.
That's why I'm asking. Like I could see it being an anime, but in the same respect.
Oh, Goblin Slayer. That'd be problematic.
Or just do Demon Slayer. That one's popular still too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Demon Slayer would look so freaking cool.
I would love Demon Slayer.
That
Goku
girl like
Midnight
biting on that thing. Who she cast for that? Damn. Have you done a casting anime thing yet, Christopher?
No, we haven't done casting for anime. We should.
Oh, but the problem is you're not going to get every panelist to see one anime. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Yeah.
I would have to get like a panel of people that actually watch anime.
Or you do like a mainstream. Do you think that everyone's seen like Akira or Ghost in the Shell?
What's anime?
Exactly.
What do you mean, what's anime?
It didn't
I actually like that attitude,
Harry
Brian.
Potter. Come on.
Isn't that one thing that they call like Japanimation?
Yeah, I don't watch that.
That's what they used. They used to call that back in the day.
That
Yeah,
is
Japanimation.
exactly what we used to call it.
Japanimation.
Japanimation.
Yeah.
We can make an American version, live action of
And then Pokemon came out.
Clash on
Changed the world.
Titans.
Yeah.
Because the live action version they did was horrible. It was so bad.
It's when they took the Power Rangers off there and put on Pokemon instead. I had to bounce.
I think Power
That's
Rangers
cool.
is still
Okay.
going.
It is actually.
It is still going.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
They'll never run out of those whatchamacallums from Japan.
We got some details from the first episodes of Eyes of Wakanda, the animated series going to Disney Plus. It is set in 1260 BC. Follows a Wakandan secret agent, a disgraced former Dora Milaje named Noni, as she pursues a man by the moniker of Lion. Lion has defected from the Wakandan Guard in order to run band of pirates and has stolen technology from Wakanda in order to found his own kingdom. Are anybody excited for this?
I'd watch it.
I am. I would love to know more of the Wakandan lore. See, like the history of from its beginnings and stuff. It's pretty interesting. I'll give it a watch. What is Crack Panther, Degrassi? I would
That's what
like
I was
to
wondering.
know. Crack Panther.
Oh my god.
Is that referring to
That better not be a slur.
oh my god. Oh my god.
Is Ryan Gosling in it?
Oh my god. Speaking of that, Ryan Gosling meme is back. Do you guys know what's going on in the comic world?
Yes.
Yes.
You heard about it?
Oh yeah. I have
Alright.
a few friends that have covered it.
Can you actually tell me? I know
Okay.
the full
There's
details.
a future story going on that started this last week. It's set in the future, alternate. It's not the main universe. And Storm dies in race wars.
What?
And Black Panther marries someone else.
She died like in a drag race from Fast
No.
and Furious? Oh.
No, she did not get slayed on the runway. She got slayed in a race war that happened.
Oh. Between
And
races of people.
yes.
Gotcha.
And the book is pretty much, I forgot the name of it. It's pretty much old Black Panther fighting his son for leadership for the moniker of Black Panther. And his son kills his father, or I think he kills him. And when he takes off his mask, he's outwardly Caucasian with blonde hair.
He's got blonde hair, blue eyes.
I gotta look this up. What's it called?
That's cool.
Just look up White Black Panther.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
White
generally okay with
Black
race
Panther.
gender swap. So every time I would that would say my position, whatever, I would get hit with the "Would you be cool with a white Black Panther?" And I always say, "Yes, sure." and now we're actually getting one.
He looks African, so that's one thing. My confusion is the mom has black hair. Where did the blonde come from?
I will say that
Find out in Eyes of Wakanda.
Well, I
He
will
dyed
say
his
that
hair- he dyed his hair blonde.
genetics is funny. DNA genetics is funny because I have seen a lot growing up black people with red hair naturally.
I've
It
got
happens.
a friend in the hip hop community that is a black man with red hair. So yeah, absolutely.
I also heard back in the day there was an arc where there was a white step brother of the king that ended up being king for a little bit. So they had a white Black Panther in the comics at some point.
Yes,
So-
and
I'm just saying, in the next comic book, I want Maury Povich.
who's the father?
Played by Ian McKellen.
I'm looking at you, Thor.
Oh man, a white. I wanted to see what the behind the scenes is like. Like, what are we gonna make this to do? Boost up sales.
Someone pointed out to me this isn't the first time or the second time that they've had a white Black Panther. There was a
Mhm.
time where Steve Rogers took up the mantle of Black Panther in the comics for a little while.
Yeah.
So you know,
What people fail to understand is like I always thought, oh, that is it, like why I was always like cool with it when I was hit with that hypothetical that would go around everywhere to the point that it was the Ryan Gosling memes, right? So I was cool with the hypothetical. So like I always thought that would make for an interesting story, right? Whereas like how would the people react? Like is there commentary on that? Do they that is a good story arc? So why wouldn't they do it? You know?
yeah. You know,
For some
and
reason, you see like memes of it was like 5 years ago when I was on Twitter and stuff. Like you see like Ryan, like a meme of Ryan Gosling and Black Rose for some reason. It's like Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling as Martin Luther King is like, come on, guys.
stop.
I'm
You don't need
gonna
to stop.
There we go.
Grogu,
There he
Grogu,
is.
I'm gonna say it. I stand by. I want RDJ as Black Panther.
Hell yeah.
Bring back Kurt Lazarus.
Hold on. Do I have
But
the
I will
picture?
say, his son does look kind of. He looks kind of brown skinned, you know, like a person of mixed race.
I'm just saying. I'm looking at you, Thor.
Libra gorilla.
There's my new picture. This is our new Kang. This is what they should have cast as Kang.
I
Okay,
can't.
let's
I
see, Blue
can't with
Jay.
you. I can't with you.
They can't do that.
But getting back to this, I am not interested in this. I don't know. I haven't really liked Marvel's animation. I did not care for What If.
I
You don't like
struggled
Spider-Man?
with What If. I'm not gonna lie, but the research and everything that went into the whole kingdom of Wakanda, I respect that greatly. Like my dad was had a huge love for Africa, passed it on to me. So I can't help but watching anything related to Wakanda and just feel like I'm connected with him still.
You didn't like Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? You didn't watch that?
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's I like. I don't know. I'm not a fan of 3D modeling animation. I like more hand-drawn animation.
Yeah, I mean the animation's it's okay. Like it looks good at parts. It's just when they're fighting, it gets a little clunky.
Yeah,
a little clunky. But in terms of the movements, it's not as dynamic as. I mean, granted, it's a TV show, but Disney has more. It's streaming. They should have more of a budget, but it's not as dynamic as other shows that like of this type.
yeah. And next up, Mass Effect live action series is moving forward at Amazon. Doug Jung will serve as showrunner.
Doug Jung. Look at IMDb. Who are you, Mr.
That is an
Jung?
excellent question. While you guys are
Jung.
Googling,
Yes.
Right,
Perp,
what?
Apparently Crazy Joe sent you feet pics.
I'm looking for them now. Oh yeah, here they are. Okay.
What?
Oh wow, he's found
I will say
these
this.
Batgirl toys. That's awesome.
Oh,
I will
got
say
scared.
that Brian will like this because he did Star Trek Beyond. He was the showrunner.
Oh.
He was the writer for Star Trek Beyond.
Oh, nice.
I like that movie.
Cloverfield, Paradox,
Paradox. Oh.
Banshee TV series. And that's pretty much it. Huntress TV. What is this stuff? Dark Blue. Never heard of it.
Most of this I haven't heard of.
Starring Dylan McDermott. Dark Blue premieres
Yeah,
July
that doesn't
15th on TNT.
Giving it the Mr. Movie Phone voice doesn't help.
I
It
would
doesn't
have.
make it any more recognizable.
I would have been interested in this show like 10 years ago.
Yeah, when the game was relevant.
Yeah, it's kind of been a while.
It's one of my favorite video game series of all time, so I'm interested automatic. It doesn't matter.
He did
I
2
love it.
episodes of Mindhunter. Story only.
It's
though.
the world of Mass Effect is awesome. So, and it could get really fun. So, I'm really looking forward to this.
I'm not gonna lie. If they made a Primal Rage movie, I'd be there for it. I'd probably be the only one that remembers the game, but I'd be there, day one.
As long as they cast Marina Sirtis in it, I'm cool.
Yeah.
You should get the guy from Halo to play Master Chief to play the Mink.
Halo. Halo.
Hello.
Hello.
Polo. Oh.
Marco.
Where's Brisker? Oh, we can't move. I was like, where are we still in the story? I was like, oh, Brisker.
No, you can change this.
Break.
Went out for a.
Uh-oh, Superman.
A New York judge on Wednesday denied the Schuster Estate's bid to block the international release of Superman.
What is this news?
Because they did it again. I don't know why they keep trying.
They did it
But
again.
they went to the same court after the previous New York judge said, "I can't rule on international matters."
Exactly. And this is
If you
just
were
here
going to go to the
because
second round, go to a court that's not in maybe the United States.
so this was just here to say Superman is going to theaters without a hitch, blah blah blah.
Who doubted?
With every Superman movie?
It has been done with every Superman movie released.
Wow.
All right. Next up, Walton Goggins is reportedly in talks to play M. Bison in the live-action Street Fighter movie. I totally forgot they were doing a live-action Street Fighter.
I can think of like a million people better than that. I mean, I love Walter Goggins.
I've seen.
Does
so
he know
many
how to
castings
kick?
for it. I just don't know how many.
I
other
don't
fans-
know.
Does he know how to kick? No worry, they'll use CGI to kick him.
Yeah, just CGI a leg up there. Sure.
Just give me Vega. Call
I'm
it a day.
sorry. You can't top Raul Julia. Rest in peace.
How are the
buddy.
fights going to be if they're casting like, oh, whatever? They'll figure it out.
Actually, what I've seen both Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns are supposed to be casted in it.
Yeah, they can
I'm
fight.
trying to think who else. Like, there's a lot of there's a few wrestlers.
Yeah,
that
if they're
can
casted, they're going to be Blanca too. They don't have to like martial arts.
Correct me
you
if
know?
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Isn't Momoa playing Blanca?
That's
Or
what I
could
think.
be
So yeah,
wrong.
that's what I've heard.
Interesting.
Really? Interesting.
I heard it's either
It's a bold
Blanca or
choice.
Roman Reigns.
I would really love for some martial artists to actually be casted in this thing. You know,
Yeah.
get some really good
Simu
fight
Liu.
scenes.
I thought
You actually want
the
martial arts in a
star.
fighting movie?
Yeah,
Never mind it.
What was
call
that
me
show?
old fashioned.
I know, right?
I think the lead star of Warrior from Max is being considered for Ryu.
I mean,
Is-
if he was old enough, that kid from Karate Kid looks like he's going to be a star. He'd be
Is
great
Van
for
Damme
Ryu.
coming back?
Like,
Can we get Van
Yeah.
Damme, please? And thank you.
Van Damme.
Van Damme,
No,
who's he going to?
dude.
no.
Okay.
I love the Street Fighter movie, dude.
Are we casting a Street Fighter movie next?
He'll make a cameo,
Why not?
Brian.
Oh, I'm sure he will. I'd love it.
Yeah.
He's like Colonel Giles. freaking-
Don't have too much fun out there.
Let's face it. They could recast the same Chun Li. She hasn't
Yeah.
aged a day.
Yeah, she looks great still in those
Yeah.
Star
Just-
Wars
can
movies
you,
shows.
Can you keep the scene like the original where he turns his back like, of course.
Oh, that's right. Ming Na Wen was freaking Chun Li. I forgot all about that.
She's
For you, it's just a Tuesday.
much like
Yeah, right.
Ernie Hudson. She's aged a whole 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go.
I'm always
Yeah,
down
Jason
for Street
Momoa,
Fighter.
Roman Reigns, Noah Centineo, and Andrew Koji. Thank you.
I
Grazie.
love Street Fighter, and I love the characters. I'm excited to see what they got. But I just my one ask is martial artists. Some martial artists in there. Spice it up.
Never
Yeah.
minded.
Gotta have a good Ken,
Yeah.
Ken Masters.
Oh
What
man,
about,
if they have Jury Han, oh my god, that'd be so awesome.
What about Iko you wait? How you pronounce
Andrew
his name? He was
Koji.
The dude,
Yeah, that guy.
the dude from
Yeah, the raid dude. Yeah.
Who's gonna play the Jamaican dude?
We don't need the
Play
Jamaican.
long.
We need the Jamaican
What?
dude.
Dude, he's like one of my favorite guys in Super
I
Street
hated
Fighter.
his character. I hated his character.
DJ? You didn't like
Yeah.
DJ?
Get the
DJ.
Get
He was,
the guy that
he was
played
really funny in the original '94 movie.
Yeah.
He was great.
He was played by that one dude. Oh gosh, I forgot what his name was.
Honestly, who I would love
Yeah,
to
the guy
see,
that
who I
has
would
he
love
has
to
an
see
Hispanic
cast in
name. I
this
know
movie.
Joanna Man. I know who you're talking about.
Juana, man.
No, the one I would love to see, and I can never remember his name. He was the one that played Killer Croc in Suicide Squad. He was
Not
also
me, shorty.
in the
Wow,
first G.I. Joe movie.
Oh man, I would love Michael J. White
Gorgeous
as Balrog, but he needs to kick too. Balrog's a puncher.
Yeah.
I want Zangief. We gotta have Zangief in there. Freaking E Honda with his 100-hand slap. Oh, dude, let's go.
All right.
Liam Neeson for Bison.
I think our next casting is going to be a Street Fighter.
I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah, I think that'll work. I already know who I got in mind for what's Cammy, Sydney Sweeney.
Oh my God!
Not arguing there.
Everything is.
I know everything is Sydney Sweeney.
I like
everything
Kylie
is.
Minogue. Thank you very much.
Everything is Pedro Pascal, and everything is Sydney Sweeney. So
And Glenn Powell. Everything is Glenn
Hey,
Powell.
I like Sydney Sweeney. She's got some really great qualifications.
Peter Navy Tuiasa Sopo. Yeah, dude. That was just like E Honda.
Yes.
Would you buy her bathwater soap?
I wish I would have
Yo,
because
I would piss everyone the fuck off and cast Rachel Zegler as Chung-Li. I would fucking my god.
dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my casting, just the ultimate troll casting.
Oh my God.
That would be.
You know what?
I get both the left and the right to hate me. It'd be great.
Yes.
When we do this, we have to have both
Casting
Perk and
couch,
Blue Jay,
please.
because we know Blue Jay's going to be doing like an all black casting, and I want to see it.
Make that your next casting couch, Brucifer, please, because I got some plans.
For Street Fighter?
Street Fighter?
Can we
Street
get
Fighter
Mortal
casting
Kombat?
couch.
Dude, if I do Street Fighter, I'm gonna do all the characters. You guys are gonna do the basic berries. I'm gonna go all in, bro. I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
no,
You're doing your own
I'm gonna go
goddamn
Alpha
side.
2
I'm
shit,
gonna
bro.
go so deep in there. Oh yeah.
Mortal
I'm gonna get Rose in there.
Let's do Mortal
Rose.
Kombat. No,
I'm
let's do
gonna
Mortal
get
Kombat,
that third
'cause
strike roster in there.
Third strike
Dude,
rock.
I have the
Who's gonna be Dan?
dude? I
Dan.
have the 30th anniversary Street Fighter edition. Dude, that thing's
Oh my God.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
got like
Yeah.
12 games on there, dude. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's great. No, I feel like I got all those Capcom ones. It's awesome.
But I suck though. I realized how bad I am at those.
You can
games.
put down the difficulty.
Oh, I
setting.
did. I still suck.
No, I still haven't beat the first Street Fighter ever. Like that's like the hardest
Yeah,
game ever.
that game's hard as hell, dude.
Oh yeah, you got it. Base.
Yeah, I got it.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's
I had to get it. It comes with a comic. So I had to get it.
I liked Tekken there for a little while, and then it was all about Soul Calibur, man. We had the arcade, cabinet at my college's cafeteria. Soul Calibur 2. Oh, dude,
I was all about Samurai Showdown and Fatal Fury for the longest time.
all you guys are gonna cast the Mountain as Zangief. Watch. I'm gonna say it out loud so it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's that dude. It's that dude from Game of Thrones. Yeah, he's gonna
Zangief.
That's Zangief. Yep.
Why am I even surprised? Oh my God, Degrassi.
Can we get Mike Tyson as Balrog, please? Thank you.
No.
Yes.
After seeing a
Finally.
he should not be in anything ever again.
He was loosely based on Mike Tyson.
Doesn't matter.
So the best thing they can do is pay tribute.
Don't cast Michael B. Jordan, whatever you do, you people.
And somebody's got to be Vega. Got to have a good Vega.
Vega's a tough one.
And he's got to jump. He's got to climb.
They're from
up
Spain. He's from Spain, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got to climb a fence.
I think Degrassi
and do
dropped
a
a hint
backflip.
for Vega.
He's up for a part of Street Fighter. Stop.
Oh my God. Dude, Pedro Pascal is Vega and you give him a wig?
Oh,
It'd be amazing. Give him a
Get
mullet
that
wig
break, man. He
with
has
that
all-
mask.
I'm casting Alan Richardson as Zangief.
Vega's got I gotta get like a model or something. Like he's gotta be like really good looking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna think of one.
My casting for Zangief will be a trans actor. Thank you very much.
Let me guess. Let me guess. Blue Jay, Nicki Minaj for Chun-Li.
Mickey Minaj for Chun-Li.
She already has a song to go with it.
Yeah, I love that song actually.
That's the part. See, that's the part. This is what happens in Hollywood movies. You cast a rapper in a part, you put him in a soundtrack.
Rihanna is Smurfette.
She is Smurfette.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
my
Before
favorite
we
tagline.
move,
That's my favorite tagline of the summer. I want to say. They just
before we move on to the main topic of the WBD split, I want Blue Jay and Little Movie Perk to give a open, honest, spoiler review of Ballerina, if you guys don't mind.
Oh, wholeheartedly, yes.
Yes. Do I have a spoiler?
Yes.
Here we go. Spoiler.
Let me get out my notes.
All right. Who goes first? Who goes first?
You can go
Fine, I'll
first,
go
and
first.
this way you can tell. This way, after you go, Perp can tell you how wrong you are about your take.
No.
Come on.
We all liked it. We liked it. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. First of all, I liked the movie a lot. Thought it was thought it kicks ass. I like Ana de Armas in the role. In terms of action, this is like, I mean, it's kind of like in terms of the number of actions, I think it's like almost on par with like John Wick, because like John Wick is like it's just nothing but action, like boom, 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 boom. This is the same way as well. And then I never feel like, you know how they hear about like the reshoots and stuff about, you know, adding more action. I thought the movie was pretty well paced for the most part. The one part I feel like they had to add in an action was the when John Wick had to fight those people after he did that special kill with the way he shoot the flamethrower. I feel like that was a little tacked on, even though it was a cool fight. I feel like we got to give them an action scene here and there, but I feel like also, speaking of John Wick, I think they kind of shoehorn him in. They do give him a reason to be there. It's almost like, well, I mean, we don't want people to think John Wick's not in the movie for that long. We just put him in the movie, and that's kind of it. But I mean, other than that, I thought it was fun. I really liked it. I always, however, give it a rating, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. I mean, there's not really much. There's not really much to spoil, to be honest.
Now, can I ask? Let me ask a question before Perp goes. Do you feel that this movie is just a retread of John Wick series, or is it something new and fresh that fans of John Wick can look forward to and enjoy?
In terms of like the basic story, it's another revenge story. Because like I said, like the dog basically like in the original John Wick, some goons killed his dog and stole his car. I mean, that's enough to get back and kill some people and kind of let him to put a bounty on his head. In this one, it's kind of a bit more of the same as like, oh, in the trailers they say, well, this woman, you have to get revenge on these guys for killing his father, but the main bad guy is actually a cult. It's a cult in what's it, Switzerland or whatever. It's setting's pretty kind of creepy. I do kind of like, because as soon as you get in there, there's no way to get in out. There's almost
could the assassins in the John Wick movies that are trying to kill John Wick be considered a cult also?
In a way, yes, because it's like it's where how it's done. Like, because they tell you in the Ballerina movie, it is a cult, because what they do is they kill people just for sport.
I got Highlander vibes from it. That's all I could say. Like when I watched John Wick, so I was like, oh, yeah. Can't kill him on holy grounds.
Holy ground. That's the hotel.
The hotel, yeah. They have rules.
Yeah, so like
Rules of
it's in, like,
engagement.
yeah, so it's like in this little town in like Switzerland, whatever kind of country it is, but there's like when you get in there, you're not allowed there. There's a bunch of people want to kill you and all that stuff. Even the waitress, like even like someone as simple as a waitress, they're gonna fuck you up. So action's cool, all that. Yeah.
I just want to say I loved this movie. I thought I had a phenomenal time. I was really highly anticipating this movie, but it still managed to surprise me. One of the biggest surprises was how much it added way more to the world building that I think is already really, really good and really, really engaging in the John Wick series. It did its own thing, and it specified certain factions. It differentiated like certain groups within this, what I thought was one society is actually a bigger, like different connected and not connected groups and factions. I thought that was really cool how they did that. The idea of the ballerina crew that is introduced in John Wick 3, I always thought that was part of like this society, this hitman society training thing. It turns out they're their own thing. They're a security bodyguard group, which I thought was awesome. So Ballerina is getting taught all her stuff from this defensive group, which I thought was awesome, and it plays with the movie. Now, when I say I love this movie, it didn't start out that way. It had a great action sequence in the beginning, of course, but it seems like it was just a standard like revenge story all this way, and the movie slowly earned my love, right, by going a little more survival instinctual towards the third act that I was not expecting. I was expecting a revenge movie where she's going to go and she's going to tear up the place. It is not that at all. She goes to this village, as Blue Jay pointed out, in way over her head, and it turns into this almost I was reminded of Resident Evil 4, where it's like Leon Kennedy stuck in a village dealing with, but instead of like zombified villagers, she's dealing with these elite assassins. Every single person in that village was an elite assassin.
Wow.
Even the waitress.
Yeah, even they're training, like the kids in the schoolyard have like target practice. Like it was really a fun, fresh, like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. And the movie comes in with what I call a final, like in a slasher horror movie, a final girl type of energy to the action that was like completely, it was kind of like an opposite to John Wick's slickness, where it's like this girl is fighting for her life to survive and doing it in the most entertaining and engaging way. And with a really strong performance by Anna de Armas. I thought she was incredible in this, in terms of, you know, we watch all these action summer blockbusters. You know, sometimes they have good performances, sometimes they don't. A lot of the times these actors, you know, they have a checklist of, you know, I got to do my action movie, I got to do my romance movie, I got to do that, and then you could sort of see it in the performance more or less. Yeah, she gave it her all. You could, like, even with like CGI explosions, it's like you could feel her struggle, and that's why it felt a little bit more horror movie, a little more. The stakes are big towards the last half until she completely tears home the place. I think the movie actually, what I really liked about it is like it did what it needed to do in terms of the action, obviously, but I think it went beyond the action movie by giving us a little bit more of everything else in terms of story, in terms of character. There are some metaphors that are introduced that are pay off. I think there's a bit of humanity in the movie, which I love in my genre films. The ending is actually a really sweet character moment that I wasn't expecting. And it has to do with a character that has nothing to do with violence or hitman or any of that shit. I was very surprised with the humanity being offered in this movie. Early on, they show her constantly being trained. Part of the thing is she has to like do a ballerina twirl, and she constantly falls. She gets up and falls down. She gets up, so she never gets the actual move right. And I feel that's the framing of the action in this movie, where it's like she's gonna get thrown around, beaten up. She's going to be all this stuff, but what makes her successful is that she's going to find a way to survive, and she's going to find a way to get the upper hand. And she's going to do it by cheating, which is also another theme in this thing, cheating in a fight, right? I thought it was a great. Again, it just went beyond what I wanted and what I was expecting. So these John Wick movies always find a way to keep themselves fresh and creative. The action is always on top, and this time their whole take of like, hey, let's do this a little more savage, instinctual, more animalistic than like pop, 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 pop. Like it was
because like
fantastic action.
Yeah, in terms of her fighting style, they did point out, because I don't know, maybe because I'm not on the internet as much, because apparently there be people who are worried that they'll be just, oh, this movie's gonna be woke, because like she's gonna be so OP. They tell you like in the beginning where the person who's training her and say, look, these guys, you're gonna be fighting a bunch of men who are bigger and much more stronger than you, and you're not gonna take them out. And they tell you just fight like a girl. And when she said that,
like a girl.
No, that's what she said. Like when she said that in a theater, I was like, what's she gonna do? Pull her hair and scratch her face off? No, she basically just she doesn't take him out in a perfect way, like because like she's not all the way there, but she does. There's a lot of like weapons, like there's a lot of like objects she's using to grab her, like to kind of like trying to think of a word to kind of get through the fight. There's a lot of interesting ways that's done, like when
a lot of thought was put into it with each action scene of like how's she gonna get out of this one, which was
like my favorite part where the fought the dude when he grabbed a grenade, detonates it, puts him on the door, and boom, it creates a hole in there, like and it creates like a hole behind the door. It's like I'm surprised there wasn't like a purse, like the hole's like the shape of a person. It's just kind of a cartoon in itself. But the carnage is great in this. Like you just see like
very bloody.
And it's just him throwing grenades like, here, you get a grenade, you get a grenade, you get a grenade. Bam, bam, bam.
So it sounds like they don't hold back on the action and the violence at all.
No, well, if they don't hold back on the creativity, it's not just like she's going to go to a room and do a shootout. Like there's like they put it in scenarios where everyone has a gun. She only has hand grenades that she could throw, and they're inside of like a very tight building. So it's like how the hell is she going to deal with this? And she struggles, and she's constantly getting hit with shrapnel and throw. Like it's just very creative. And then they have another, instead of just a normal shootout, it's like a shootout with flamethrowers. It's not just like
that is amazing.
It's not just her like shooting people with a flamethrower. It's like another guy with a flamethrower, and they start going at it, like trying to like hit each other with it. It's fucking awesome. And the flames looked real too. It didn't look like CGI shit. Like,
dude, and it gets better when she grabs. It's in a trailer. She grabs a fire hose, a water hose, and it's just like sprays it while the fire.
Yeah,
and just
all
like,
that shit looked fantastic.
It's almost like an anime.
It was very anime because they were like a defensive group and shit. Like, and they're like, they're training these girls to like, you're gonna be bodyguards and all that. And it's like, oh, that gave me there's I think it's called Licorice Recoil. There's like an anime called Licorice about like literally like a defensive group of girls and shit, and they only have rubber bullets. I was like, oh my god, dude, this is fucking awesome. So they're giving us like a live action anime in many ways with these Wick movies.
So I got a question for you. So I don't know about you. How do you feel about this one character who was apparently supposed to be, because they set up in the beginning that her father before the action was like, you look just like your sister, and it's like, where is she? She just disappeared or whatever. How do you feel about that twist later? Because I feel like they didn't do anything with that. Like I
would have appreciated. I know what you're saying. I would have appreciated if they gave us more of that in the beginning. But I think it goes with the story they're trying to tell and the character they're trying to make here for later installments. That this ballerina, Anna de Armas Eve, she didn't have the time she wanted with her father, and then the minute she learns about her sister, she doesn't have enough time with her for that. So she's constantly losing her family. I think that was part of the art. It's part of the. Remember, I was saying in the beginning when she's twirling around and falling. She never gets it right. She hasn't gotten it right yet. So I think they're creating an arc with her for this about
Interesting,
like
because
Lost.
I feel like sorry, I feel like it took me a while to figure like, wait, they just said, oh, she's your sister, and it's like, what? And then like, okay, I remember in the beginning that they mentioned that she had a sister,
Yeah.
and then once her sister just bit the dust, and I was like, they didn't really do much. It was like we were sisters, and it was like this almost 2-minute exposition, and then some grenades were thrown, and then boom, dead.
Yeah.
And then all right, time to fight some more bad guys, and goes into this awesome scene where she grabs some katana blade, and it's just this one take, like swishing. I was like, anybody that carries a katana blade, I get excited.
Yeah. This movie did also, keep in mind, I think it is a good movie, and my girlfriend, who's not into this stuff at all, she doesn't like action movies at all. I watch a lot of them by myself. She went to this one, and she wasn't expecting it to be as much as she didn't like love it, but she was like, oh, it's pretty good. And so like her saying it's pretty good means I think it has like the normie stamp of approval that I think there is a good movie there for everyone to enjoy. I personally loved it. It had everything that I love in cinema, and it gave it to me in one 2-hour movie. And so
it doesn't go like, for me, when it comes to like these movies, it doesn't go to as ridiculous as something like John Wick 4 did. Because like where he jumped off a freaking 5-story building, lands on a van, and just lands in the pavement, and just like, ugh, and he just runs like he's like got shit in his pants or whatever. And then he gets up on the steps, and he's like this large series of steps, and gets kicked off, and just like it never goes to that craziness, but there are hints of that here. It's almost like in the line of like the first 2 movies in the way, because it's almost like it's a little grounded, but grounded it is like quote unquote grounded in the way in comparison to the later films. But it does go there in places. So but yeah, I these movies, man, I would love to see. I know they're making a Donnie Yen movie with Kane with his character.
Very exciting. Yeah,
he's directing that movie. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna.
I saw his movie that he just directed, The Prosecutor, and it was pretty good. So
I haven't seen that
he's,
one.
He's on a roll right now. He's got momentum.
Is that his first movie ever directed? Has he directed?
No, he's directed before. He's directed in the 90s. He's been directing. Yeah.
Oh yes, bro. If he's making his own movie, bro, yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah. All right. I think that's pretty much it, Bruce.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, man, for giving us the platform to talk about it.
No problem.
Thank you, Blue Jay.
And we're going back to the slides, getting back to the main topic. Warner Brothers Discovery is splitting into 2 companies, and they reveal which companies will be which. You have WBD Global Networks, which Discovery, HGTV, CNN, TLC. Then you have the WBD Streaming and Studios, Warner Brothers Pictures Studios, Television, Games, HBO Max, New Line, and TNN Sports. Now, it seems like the $37 billion debt will only be carried by the Global Network side of this split.
Ta-da!
Does this signal something going forward? And with that, Degrassi, what do we have on this?
I mean, what do you want to know? Lionsgate did it.
Where is Batgirl going?
Universal did it. Disney and Paramount wish they could do it. And I mean, we'll see. It makes sense. Like you take all of you split your stuff up, and then you create a new company. What is it called? A NESPAC, a special purpose acquisition company. And you move stuff that you don't want into one company, and then you keep the stuff you do. I don't want to say don't want, because they're just moving. It's a shell game. That's all. It's a shell game.
Okay.
It's legally questionable, regulatory wise, it's questionable. but they get approved.
So,
It happens. We've seen it. Lionsgate did it with Stars. Universal did it with Comcast and all their bucket of channels. And this is the same thing. This is almost an identical deal to what Universal did in November of last year.
So here's a question, Degrassi. So I see in WB Global Networks I see there's Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. That's still like under WB as a whole.
Yeah.
Or is it okay?
Yeah, I mean, like this means this really what it means. Did you notice anything different about Lionsgate and Stars or Universal and NBC and Peacock when they did it? Did it affect your viewership of any of their programming in any way?
No.
Same deal. Same deal.
Okay. So basically, Lionsgate. I know because they have Stars combined, so they split it from Stars, but they're still all their IPs are still intact. You know what I'm saying?
For now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't see them ever dumping Stars. They have another company called 42 that just makes stuff for Netflix, and it's these corporate relationships are weird, especially in the creative arts industries. And this is just another part of that. Like, for instance, over here we've got TNT, but over here we've got TNT Sports, and over here we've got Olympics. Oh, but look, over here we've got Olympics. So it's, so they say this is for streaming and studios. It's weird and it's kind of ambiguous, I guess. Like, isn't streaming like, I don't know. It's weird to me.
Isn't streaming is still like global networking in a sense?
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of weird. What Lionsgate did was they spun all of their TV stuff off, including their streaming holdings and their movie stuff. They kept their, it makes sense to keep them separate. It kind of does.
Okay, so this is
but it's not going to change anything. Burger. Yeah, it's pretty much. Burger. I mean, what is the? To be fair, at the end of the day, it is what it is. A nothing burger.
Okay. All right.
So for those people that are worried that HBO Max will split again and you'll have to go somewhere else to watch Discovery programming, CNN, TLC, Food Network stuff, and 500-pound pimple pop or whatever is on Discovery. Are they splitting streaming service? Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about any of that. What Bruce's saying is like it's not gonna like you wouldn't if you didn't know this, you wouldn't notice.
Pretty much. Well, I everybody talks crap, but dude, Food Network is like legit one of my favorite cable channels of all time. So I love watching shit on Food Network.
Yeah, but like, do you like the game show element of everything? Because that's where it kind of gets me. I don't want to watch it if it's just everything's a game show. It's a food game show. I just want to watch people cook.
Well, they have all that too. Like
that's like in the daytime when I'm not watching it. At night when we're watching it, it's like, get as many groceries as you can of shit you would never cook with and make this out of it. No, I can't do that. Or like you're on a cooking obstacle course where they're like, there's mines in the ground and they're shooting mortar at you and you got to,
like that.
What is that show with the baskets? They have to open the baskets around.
Isn't that like guys' grocery games?
Yeah.
No, that's
Chopped. No, I know the one you're Chopped. Yeah,
Chopped. Yeah,
I like Chopped.
Chopped is one of the ones I would actually watch.
Because it's like I love like Iron Chef, old school Iron Chef with
Cutthroat Kitchen all day long.
But I grew up on like PBS cooking shows where you have like great chefs, great cities, great food, lovingly prepared by the best. Where you just watch.
They have that. Like if you're watching streaming, dude, you can watch Trisha Yearwood's Country Kitchen. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's on.
I thoroughly enjoy Trisha Yearwood's cooking. I've made a few. Then there's Pioneer.
Sounds
I
like
don't
her.
like buying
Sounds
no
like her
woman.
old man Garth Brooks doesn't.
Oh, but the other one was Tiffany Amber Thiessen had a cooking show.
She had a
on
cooking
Food-
show?
Yeah, on Food Network, dude. I love Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
I
Dude.
did not know that.
She
Cooking
still
with
looks
Kelly
amazing.
Kapowski.
Yes.
It was Kelly.
She does it like Instagram and stuff now, but like, dude, Giada De Laurentiis. I mean, she's like, dude, yeah,
But
I
I-
love
She,
watching.
You know,
she,
another
had,
thing-
she actually had some good recipes. Some of her recipes I still use today.
Yeah, no, and she's an amazing cook. Like, I love watching Food Network. I'll watch it all day long. Food
We're
corn,
Cinemax.
you know what I mean?
We're
And-
Cinemax in this equation.
I
Right.
don't see Cinemax.
No, I
Maybe
think
it's
that's-
just in there with HBO and HBO Max. It's just
yeah, I
a
was gonna say,
given.
it's kind of a thing
No.
now.
Another question. Now that they split into two companies, is it possible they can sell? off-
Yeah.
off-
I mean, they could sell it. They could have done that whether they spun it off or not.
Okay.
It did, I mean,
So it didn't matter.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, they had every right to do it. Like, this isn't illegal. It's dubious. But like I said, it's happened before. Lionsgate did it first, and then Universal Comcast last year, and this deal is nearly identical to
Paramount, Disney
what's it
can do
called? Verlin. Paramount has kind of sort of done it before, and then
Did they
snapped back everything,
did they
and
split
now I
up
think
with
they're going to do it
CBS?
again.
So they split up
Yeah,
with
and now
CBS.
it's all. Oh wait, they did do it again, didn't they? Wasn't there a?
Yeah.
Didn't they
'cause
split something off recently? Or
Because
was it
they-
did the
they-
Skydance deal complicate that?
They
can finally
remerged
Star
with
Trek.
CBS, and it was called Viacom CBS, but it was rebranded to Paramount Global, and now it's being rebranded. to
Yeah,
something
okay,
else.
yeah. They just rebranded. They didn't have a spin co. That's what they call these SPACs, spin co's. Because they're kind of temporary in a
So,
sense.
So
no,
let me ask you
Paramount
this:
was-
being that they dumped all of their debt on global networks, what does that mean for streaming studios side of it?
So what's the streaming studio? Let's see. So that's all. So you've still got. There are other companies that produce content for most of these channels, like Discovery.
Yeah.
Everything that's on. Let's see what else. TBS. Yeah, you have lots of other production companies and studios that produce stuff for all these networks. But over here on like with the movie studios, especially, they're making the stuff that they make and distributing stuff for other people still.
So
But
if they want, if
one
they
is
wanted,
one is basically ad heavy and the other one isn't.
Mhm. So if they wanted to declare bankruptcy with global networks, that wouldn't affect Warner Brothers Pictures, HBO Max. It wouldn't tarnish
Not at all. Not
that
at all.
brand.
Like, I don't know. I don't know numbers or anything, but it
So-
kind of gives them a blank. Like
Nobody
a
wants to
SpinCo
buy
is essentially an SPAC, is also known is basically it's called a blank check company. So it kind of, but this all makes sense to me because it just makes sense. I look at this and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Just Cinemax is one thing, but you see where it's split. Like all of this stuff on the, I'm looking at it. It's my left. The global network stuff is all ad based, all about ad revenue.
Yeah.
And bundling they can bundle all of that now, and they can also each one of these companies on their own under the WBDGN, which is hilarious to me, can negotiate their own deals outside of the studio, basically.
Oh, so
Oh yeah. See, that's the thing is, like anybody with a business, that you don't use the money that you make to operate. You get operating loans. You use factoring companies. You get operating loans. You don't use your own money. That's ridiculous.
so here's another question. So if they can make, this is just me as someone that likes the other stuff from WWE. So if they make a movie based on their previous programming, like they're making animated films based like Flintstones from Cartoon Network. Could they still make those from like Cartoon Network based stuff for WB? If
Oh
they're
yeah,
still
yeah. That relationship is still symbiotic.
okay.
There's not going to again. Let's see. What channel was the John Wick TV show on?
Is it on
It was-
Peacock? I think.
Yeah, it was Peacock. Lionsgate.
Okay.
Who does Lionsgate?
Lionsgate Television, I believe.
Yeah, so Lionsgate. So what it is, Lionsgate made that show. Peacock, Universal picked it up. Is Universal co-finance any of the John Wick movies? I don't know. I'm not big on
No, I don't
the
believe so.
Expendables.
No, I don't believe so.
But yeah, this really doesn't change anything at all.
Oh,
It's just numbers get. It's a shell game. Numbers get moved around. Like watch, where's the P? Watch the P. Which shell is the P under? Strong subscriber momentum fueled by high quality global tentpoles, along with local language content and sports. Healthy financial momentum underpinned by a $3 billion plus adjusted EBITDA target. Yeah, I mean, it's all about the ads. And it's taxes too, man. I mean,
Yeah, and this split was ad free. I mean, tax free. I mean, so they don't have to pay taxes on this split, correct?
I don't think so, because it's. I mean, they're really like. It's how do I explain it? They're separate entities, but they're not. So
kind of like
I'm
a
trying to look at
DC
this.
Studios thing. Like they're like a separate entity.
No, because that's just like that's only separate because they say it is.
Oh, okay.
It just it allows one side to focus more on what they do. It seems like there's more micromanagement, but there's going to be less. That's the idea, at least. But a bunch of people are going to get laid off, though. I'll tell you that much. On both sides, there will be massive rounds of layoffs. That's usually
That sucks.
Yeah, it does, but that happens. It does suck.
I think if any more questions about this before we move on, anyone?
I think I don't know. I mean, if he says it's like a nothing burger, that's
I mean, I think it is. For us, it kind of is. It's not going to really. It's really not going to affect like.
It's not going to shake the ground.
Consumer. Yeah, the consumer shit's still going to be where they say it's going to be. I mean, to be frank, they say call me Dick, but to be frank, we got bigger fish to fry right now, unfortunately, but. Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's a good thing. AEW, isn't AEW and
TNT, right?
Yeah.
But isn't it an independently owned company that has a television deal with?
Yes.
Okay, so it will be wherever. What's it on TBS? Are they both on TNT?
TNT.
Okay, they're both of their live shows are on TNT.
Do they still have live shows?
Well, whatever their Raw equivalent is on television. They're 2 hours.
Oh,
yeah. What is it? Dynamite and what's the other one?
Oh, I don't remember.
There's two.
It was supposed to be CM Punk's show, and then they screwed.
But it will be wherever its TV deal is.
Yeah.
USA didn't own WWE.
No,
They had a TV deal.
That was Dick Ebersol and Vince McMahon.
Good old
All right.
Dick Ebersol. That sounds like a disease and the cream you use to treat it. Dick Ebersol. It's just
for you.
All right, moving on from boring financials of WB. I'm sure we'll see a lot.
I mean, was I clear enough though? Do I say
you were very clear,
Oh, yeah.
very concise, very to the
Because
point.
if you can go back and read about what is it called, Versant or Verlet, just look up Lionsgate, Stars Split, and look up Universal Comcast Spinco. As a matter of fact, when the Warner Brothers and Discovery merger first happened, that's what it was, right? A merger. When it even in their they said they were going to do something like this. It was only going to be a matter of time that there would eventually be an SPAC where you front load. It's like venture capitalism, where a company like, say, Toys R Us borrows a bunch of money from VC and then the VC front loads their debt onto them. The VC buys that company, and then they take the debt from all their other companies and dump it onto the company they just bought. And then that company can't operate anymore. So it has to go away.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what's going to happen here, because all of these things do make money. Now they've got to recoup nearly $40 billion. Is that right? Yeah.
I think it's 38 billion.
Which
it's going to be a slow burn to get rid of that debt. Or
Who gets the
bankruptcy?
Who gets the majority of the debt? Is it the Global Network company?
The Global. They're moving all of the debt to Global Networks.
Damn, that's fucked up.
It's how shit works. Blue Jay, you can own a company and run it into the ground and declare bankruptcy. And in that bankruptcy, you just create another company with a new name and just continue doing what you were doing and never changing anything. And then you do that for 5 or 6 more years. And bankruptcy is a business strategy for some companies.
Yep.
I've seen it. I've lived it. It's not fun.
So with that, we're going to move on. And thank you, Degrassi, for that.
I hope I didn't get anything too wrong.
It's fine if you did. We're just going to get YouTubers the rest of the week, whether it's your favorite YouTuber or YouTubers you hate. Say the sky is falling because of this, and WBD doors will be closed by the end of the summer. But besides that, moving on. Nick Jonas to star as Kiss lead singer Paul Stanley in Shout It Out Loud. The film will chronicle the formation of the band. Are you ready for this, Brian?
If I am, it's perfect. It's perfect.
I absolutely hate Kiss. Sorry.
I don't like their music necessarily, but the vibe and it's not great, but you can't deny their cultural influence.
No, I get it, but it's the most repetitive nonsense in the world. It's the last band that needs a biopic, in my opinion.
I want to rock and roll all night.
I mean, he's gonna play freaking.
I hate that song so much.
It's the most repetitive song in history. That's all they do in that whole song. I want to rock and roll all night. Party.
Are there any lyrics in that song? Actually,
no.
You know what they should do is make 4 Kiss movies.
Don't
like they're doing with Beatles movies. Like the guy who's playing Paul will be in the John movie. It's the same director making 4. Sam Mendes is making 4 Beatles movies. And all the actors are in all 4 of the movies. They should do the same thing with Kiss.
My favorite song is the Back in the New Year. I know it's one guy, but Back in the New Year groove. That's my favorite song.
That's a good song. I'll give him that one.
Yeah, dude, I can't do Kiss, man.
I like
Shout out loud,
Detroit,
even worse. That's the
Detroit
most.
Rock City.
Oh God.
I'm sorry. I just
Dude, didn't Kiss have their own movies back in the freaking 70s?
they made one TV. They
everywhere.
made one TV movie, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. It was on TV in North America, but I want to say in like Asia and Europe, it was in theaters.
It just.
Oh, and it's an awful movie. They've all got superpowers. Like Paul is like a star. A star comes out like a, and it's just awful. But it's also strangely beautiful. They play a theme park, and the owner and proprietor of the theme park is a mad scientist. And
I will say, once the makeup came off, they were a better band. Just all around. Lick It Up was a good song. I enjoyed God Gave Rock and Roll to You from Bill and Ted.
You know, they didn't, most of their music, they didn't, Paul Stanley wrote with people like Desmond Child and, oh my God, Michael Bolton. You know how many, yeah, Michael Bolton wrote Kiss songs.
Really?
Desmond Child wrote Kiss songs. Desmond Child wrote hit pop songs for everyone. And who's the guy that made Alanis Morissette a giant musical star, a global pop sensation? What was his name? Was that Desmond Child? I can't remember.
I was made for loving you.
Yeah. They do have some good songs, Brian.
I know.
How much you want?
Undeniable.
That Pedro Pascal will be one of the band members.
Stop.
Pedro Pascal as Gene Simmons.
All right, moving on.
Because there's no way that Gene Simmons would allow a non-Jewish actor to play him.
Very true.
Very true. All right, moving on from Nick Jonas.
Just get the Jonas.
Jeremy Allen White is reportedly being eyed for a role in the MCU. No one cares. Blah 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 blah.
You know what role I'm eyeing him for a role.
What role?
He's gonna play
I want to pitch an Andrew Dice Clay biopic, and I want him to play Andrew Dice Clay.
I think he was a little miscast as Kerry Von Erich.
Yeah, but he did a good job, though.
He did good.
I don't know much about Kerry Von Erich beyond how he acted in the ring.
He didn't have the build, but yeah, I mean,
he didn't get all like roided out like Efron.
Oh, man. Well, dude, he was more muscular than Kevin Von Erich ever was. It didn't make any sense. Yeah, dude, I don't care. Give me another. It's been so long since I played a good James Bond game, dude.
Oh yeah,
but doesn't he look like Dice though? He looks like young Dice, man. It's
yeah.
You give him the hair, and all that.
Look at that handsome Bond.
All right, we got.
Herb, you gonna make it?
We got the first trailer for First Light Bond game. James Bond is a 26-year-old 007 in First Light. They decided to do an origin story in part to allow for a more relatable Bond and potentially younger audience.
I can't wait to play this game.
Good luck with that.
Me too.
The younger audience part made me laugh.
Is he going to be an influencer too?
What up,
yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm going to try to break into Iraq. Let's see if I get
in. Gen Z Bond.
Yeah, here's a TikTok.
He's pranking world leaders.
Was it supposed to be a bigger deal who the actor is or who the voice is or whatever?
Is it?
I thought it was. I thought they were going to make a bigger deal out of it, but apparently not.
Who's playing them?
Have they announced the voice actor?
That's what I'm saying. I have no idea. All I know is I saw the trailer. I'm definitely down. I'm going to play the shit out of this game.
Yeah, we covered the Xbox showcase on Sunday.
I think it's the guy who did the voice for Cal Kestis. What I heard.
Oh, really?
It's cute.
I'm not quite sure.
I haven't looked up the actual. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I got it. Patrick Gibson.
Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. James Bond. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I find that
He's playing the young Dexter and Dexter. Oh, wait. Okay, it's the Dexter prequel show. Okay,
it's young Dexter. Okay, I see it now.
What's this younger audience they're trying to reach out to? I don't get it. Like
you're trying to be cool and hip with the young
the same
kid.
one. The same one they're going to go after with the new movie and the stupid reality shows.
I hope they have a club mix of the song.
And all of the spin-offs and stuff. Like,
I was like, to it.
I don't know about you. When I was younger, I like Casino Royale. That was relatable to Bond. I like Casino Royale when I was younger.
Yeah.
You think Bond went to the Minecraft movie and chicken jockeyed out?
Oh no.
Oh man.
Chicken jockey.
M, are you in here, M?
Hi.
All right, next up.
I can't wait to play that game, man.
Chris Evans says that he's so sad not to be back for Avengers.
Oh man, this shit means he's back. Thank you, Bruce, for spoilers.
Incredible. And I'm sure it's going to be that much harder when it comes out and you feel like you weren't invited to the party.
Oh, you asshole. Shut up, man.
That's what I'm here for.
You popped up in Deadpool and Wolverine. You're gonna pop up here.
I'm not gonna be in Deadpool and Wolverine. I know they haven't reached out to me yet.
Yeah, yeah. And Andrew Garfield never played Spider-Man. Come on,
Agent Hydra, here we come.
Harrison Ford said he'd never play Han Solo again twice.
Yeah,
it'd be funny. It'd be funny if
money talks and bullshit walks.
It'd be funny if Doomsday comes out. No, before Doomsday, you see like interviews and stuff, and Chris Evans in it. Be like, how does it feel like not being in the movie? Man, it's so sad not being in the movie. Like, you just spoiled yourself. You're in the movie. Stop.
We might be on the precipice of a Chris Evans renaissance because the reviews for The Materialist have been stellar, and this guy is getting like best performance type accolades. So if he does decide to come back, it'd be nice, and he'd be unlike a lot of back then. I think now having other work, that's good.
Man, he was awesome in Sunshine.
Not another teen movie was cinema, dude. What are you?
No, I'm saying while he was Captain America, like these guys get stuck in those movies, and everything else they do while doing that shit is like not.
No, it's very difficult to break the mold and not get typecast.
Like even Robert Downey Jr. got like stuck where he was like, I can't everything I do afterwards. Yeah. Everything I do in between is You
can say the same thing with Star Wars too. I mean,
I think that a lot of that is because it's not necessarily typecasting. It's just that they become so beloved in those roles that there's no way for the movie going public to see them in any other capacity. And that's beyond typecasting.
The only one that's superseded that is Harrison Ford. Other than that, no. But that's because he just put on to play iconic characters.
But Chris Evans was fantastic in Sunshine, and whatever that Anna Faris movie was where they played.
He was good at Knives Out too, but it's like,
Oh yeah, he's good. He's not bad in stuff.
It was funny.
I think he's my favorite Chris. I think.
I like Bipolar.
No, I'm talking about movie Chris.
Bipolar's an asshole.
my favorite movie Chris's.
Hey man, that Chris is one of my favorite fans.
Chris Pine.
Fans, so.
I've always liked
Chris Evans. Chris Elliott is my all-time favorite Chris, but
Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell.
Chris Kattan.
Chris O'Donnell's a nice guy.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell, the only Robin.
He's making
the
only
show Robin so far. You're right.
Chris Rock.
Just like I cry every night that Alicia Silverstone's our only Batgirl so far. I mean, we had when we were so close. We were so close. We were so close.
Alicia Silverstone was great.
No, she was great. I'm just saying.
When we finally
it just reminds me now,
When we finally get Brave and the Bold, there will be Bat family all around that movie, hopefully including Batgirl.
I love
think
that.
I heard it's going to be Cassandra Cain, which is fine, and we're
is
going to
this,
get Barbara in a chair.
Is this new Sam Raimi movie Send Help? Is this his second or third movie with Rachel McAdams?
Uh-oh. Is that a hint? Is that a nugget you're dropping?
No, I just know they just finished this this movie, this Send Help movie. And I know he made she was in Doctor Strange 2, right? And he made that, and I love Rachel McAdams.
I love Sam Raimi.
She's the new Bruce Campbell, is what you're getting at here.
Yeah, she's his new muse. Bruce is retired.
right. So
I can't do it anymore, Sam.
Pizza Papa.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll do it, Bruce. You'll do it.
And you like it.
90.
No, I definitely think he needs to come back for Darkman. But
oh god, Darkman.
I want to animate everything now. Now that I saw that Predator, Killer of Killers.
We need to talk about.
I want everything in animation.
Aliens animated. Let's go.
We're gonna need.
No,
to
it's like
talk about
Darkman. An anime Darkman would be amazing. An anime Darkman would be. Oh, I would love that.
You know, I think Todd McFarlane should scrap his idea of doing live action. Just do animated.
Oh
It's
yeah,
going over
he
so
did that in the
well
90s.
animated. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he did. He did. He had the Spawn show with Kevin Altieri, and he directed co-directed with Altieri a Korn music video, and a Pearl Jam music video.
No. What I mean is like franchises that are already established live action, like Evil Dead's doing it, John Wick's doing the anime, Evil Dead's doing the anime. Like I like that idea a lot. Like I like the Lord of the Rings anime. It's like established stuff, you know. Go anime.
Yeah, I mean, Warner Brothers definitely and New Line definitely see value in it. So
yeah. I would like.
And
that.
you know what? Like,
can you imagine if they come up with a Conjuring anime?
Ooh.
Don't. I mean,
I would watch.
Horror is so hard to do, like in animation.
So what are they calling? They're calling
an
it
interesting thing to do. Try.
Last Rites is now the end of the Conjuring Phase 1. So that means that we have the Conjuring Phase 2 to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Conjuring Phase 2 is her world tour, which they lost her.
What do you mean they lost it? Like she
They
got
looked
kidnapped?
at
Or?
it like a week.
No,
moving on.
I kid you not.
They looked
The
the doll.
real Annabelle doll. They took her out for a tour, which included
Oh,
Nolans,
Annabelle.
right around where the plantation burned down. And then her next stop was Texas. They lost her in between A and B.
God.
She has gone missing.
I think they found her.
They did.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, it was like a week.
The deal is that they're moving on from the Warrens, and they're going to have some new people that will follow a new family, or some more weirdo hucksters that
Hucksters.
that pulled the wool over a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah. All right. Next up,
They wouldn't have done that. They would have had a carnival. They would have
this
had
is
their
the
own carnival.
last slide of the night. The live-action Legend of Zelda movie has been delayed to May 7th, 2027.
Nah, purposely so disappointed.
Okay.
That was it.
What was it?
Cast
What was the original date?
As Zelda, as
I
Link.
think March. By 2 months.
Oh, so it moved 2 months.
2 months. That's why it's at the end of the deck, slide deck.
What? I don't. Yeah.
When I heard
Yeah,
it say
really.
delay, I thought that was like 2028. I was like, by 2 months? I was like, okay, whatever.
Well, I always, it used to be that putting your movie out in March was kind of like January to April was kind of like dumping ground. There were two, you had your fall to winter, your Oscar season movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had your summer blockbuster season, which was like May to August, May, June, July. August, it would kind of trickle down. August is when you'd get stuff like Total Recall at the end of July. Gremlins 2. Stuff like that.
Gremlins 2 was fun.
Gremlins 2 is fantastic.
Gremlins 2.
Still. But there were like two times a year were like dumping ground for garbage, and January to like the winter fall of the winter spring of the first of the year was generally that time. Not garbage, but
Yeah.
The movies
so
they
when
didn't
people were
have
going to the
faith in,
movies.
and
Yeah.
that's because nobody really has money in that span. I mean, anyone who has a birthday in that January to March run will tell you having a birthday there sucks. Also,
Huh.
December birthdays suck.
Yeah, it's a but again, it kind of changed because even Marvel was putting movies out in, when did BVS come out? Like March, April. Civil War, again, that was like a March, April movie.
I think
Bye,
yeah.
Perp.
Bye, Perp.
Yeah, I think BVS was originally May because I remember it was supposed to be going the same day as Civil
Bye,
War.
Perp.
This thing, my fucking streamer.
Yeah, I think BVS.
I'm
was
actually gonna get
originally
going. Sorry, my streamer
coming out
sucking.
the same day as BVS.
All right, dude. Thank you for showing up. Hanging
No,
out.
thank you. I had fun, guys. Thank you so much.
Later, Perp. Take it easy.
Fun. Yeah.
Bye, Perp.
Bye.
So yeah, to finish my
Bye,
yeah,
Perp.
I remember BVS coming out the same day as Civil War, when they moved it back to March. So
Yeah,
it was March.
yeah.
And then
Weird.
Black Panther wasn't. I remember Black Panther was in February, so they're starting putting movies there. That's their big movie.
Yeah,
releases.
post COVID, I think that ship has sailed. I think we're kind of back to a more traditional release pattern for these kind of movies. At least I hope so.
Look at this.
I'm not gonna lie. I have. Is this what is this?
For Amazon Prime promotion.
Oh, yeah. What is it? What are we looking at here?
It's going live tomorrow at noon. Well, 12 Eastern. And you'll be able to be Amazon Prime customer. You get to get tickets to the early screening of Superman. And I just found out 40 miles away, there is a theater that will be showing Superman.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, it's so they moved it to the 8th. There's a couple of reasons why they moved it to the 8th. But you get the tickets through Fandango, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, you have to go to Fandango website.
And I can't remember what the apparatus is for them to verify. I don't know if they just do email check or what to verify that you're a Prime customer, or if you have to go through. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
So that means that tech runs will start. So if this is the 8th, and then if critics in your area are screening it on the 7th, which is what I believe is happening, and then so the tech runs will be as early as the 4th or 5th. So yeah, it's coming fast. This weekend in Metropolis, Illinois, the 13th, 14th, and 15th is the Superman celebration. And there's a few people that are already scheduled to be there, but I think there's going to be a couple surprises over the weekend.
You know, it's going to be a clusterfuck because no one knows exactly how the process is going to work out. You know, how do you sign it with
I think you just go to Fandango. This is my understanding, and based on what I've read and what I know and what I've done to check my Fandango account and all of that. What's funny is I go back and look at my order history. The first movie that I bought a movie ticket with on this current account was Man of Steel in 2013.
Oh wow.
Nice.
IMAX, Opry Mills, great big giant mall with a beautiful movie theater in it. That just a couple years prior was underwater from a massive flood in the Cumberland River. I didn't know if that theater was ever going to open again, but it did, and I'm happy that it did.
Oh, it's what? Yeah. I'm on the Fandango app, and it shows my theater 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, it's still black. It's still like grayed out. You can't hit the tab to add that showtime, right?
Yeah, you can only you can go to check seats, and then when you go to buy tickets, it says tickets coming soon. Be sure to check back later.
Are you using the app or the website?
I'm using the app.
Okay. I've only used the website because I use when I have to. I just use the app for a couple other places.
Yeah. But I'm definitely gonna have it. I'm gonna have both open just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm gonna use the I'm gonna try and use the website because I feel like the app might it varies how it works. So I'm gonna use the website just in case. So they go up on 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's see how this process goes.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I mean,
don't get mad if you can't get in.
Hey, Cyber.
Hey,
I'm hoping not enough people in my area know about it.
I am like around here, so yeah, we are sick with screenings around here. Multiple IMAX and Dolby Cinema. We got one that's in Big D in Spring Hill. They have Big D. The AMC. Anybody ever been to an AMC Big D? Yeah, they have it's another AMC. I think it's one of their proprietary premium large format experiences. I don't know if they own it or not, because that's how those work too. Theater chains have their own, and then you have ones that theater chains license, like 40X. You'll see 40X in all kinds of different movie theaters, but you'll only see RPX and Regal movie theaters, and you'll only see Dolby Cinema and AMC right now.
Yeah.
That will change.
My theater is a Regal, so.
Do you have IMAX?
IMAX Regal.
Yeah, my IMAX is so cool. When their 70 millimeter IMAX projector broke, Christopher Nolan came and wrote them a great big fat check so they could keep showing. Yeah, he literally came here and gave the Regal team, the tech team, because they have a field office here, a great big fat check to get everything they needed to repair that. Because they had to build the movie needed its own projection system outside of what they already had. And so they had to build a new housing for it. So it was experimental. Everything they did was experimental. They didn't know if any of it was going to work. It was an entirely new system for delivering a film of that size through a projection system onto a screen. A whole new way to do it. And he insisted. He insisted. So yeah, anyway. IMAX rules. Dolby Cinema though, man. I'm telling you, if you have the opportunity to go.
I'm hoping I get tickets. Tomorrow.
Now remember, this was filmed for IMAX, not in IMAX. Two different things. There's filmed for IMAX and filmed in IMAX. So,
yeah. And one more thing before we get out of here. Don't forget, Marvel loves doing crossovers and love crossing characters. We had Wolverine. Now we're getting Ghost Rider, Zilla.
Oh, I was hoping you saw this.
I did see this. They could have just called him Ghostzilla.
I'm
Godzilla
sure
or
is this the
something.
official name? Is this the official name?
Ghost Rider Zilla.
Oh yeah, whatever. That's kind of cool. I mean, I'm down for it. Like
How
the
does he ride
wilder,
a
the better.
Huh?
How does he ride a bike?
We don't know what he's riding. This is the only picture they've released of Ghost Rider Zilla.
He's riding on Kong.
That's cool.
It is, man. I like big stupid swings like this. Always have. I'm not a big Scott Snyder fan outside of the death metal stuff, just because it's just big, wild, crazy shit. Manic pop thrill of the weird.
Yeah. So with that, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you're watching on the replay. Thank you everyone for showing up, hanging out, and have a good night, everyone. It's been a long night, 2 hours and 15 minutes, but I really appreciate everyone for hanging out on Monday Madness, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.